Big Ballers, Triple B's. Shout out to Hoop Journey.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Julian from Hoop Journey. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. And today I'm gonna be getting into a potential trade that I think can save both of these franchises. Now this trade will consist of Dennis Smith Jr. from the Dallas Mavericks straight up for Goran Dragic of the Miami Heat. I think this trade works out great for both teams. Now go and break it down, the Mavericks part of the trade first. Dennis Smith Jr. and Luka Doncic, it hasn't looked like it's going to work out. They just don't match up well, and the Mavericks right now are on a 3-game losing streak. Dennis Smith Jr. was out with injury. He's returned, and within his return, you know, the Mavericks are losing more games. Luka's not able to do what Luka's been doing. I mean, Luka's top 4 in the All-Star voting in the West. It's kind of crazy. He has more All-Star votes than Kevin Durant, the second best player in the NBA. Now Luka has taken over the league, made a name for himself, and he looks like he's going to be the Mavs franchise player for the foreseeable future. And Dennis Smith Jr., there was rumors going around that the Mavs were taking calls and they would need to be blown away by a trade. Now that's just NBA GM talk for saying we are open for business, but we just want a really good package. Now I think straight up Goran Dragic is obviously the better player. He just finished making the All-Star team for the first time in his career. He is currently on the down year though, averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists. He is obviously, like I said, out with that injury, but he does help the Mavericks out in being a veteran that they need to be in the starting lineup. Obviously they have Dirk, who's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's an NBA champion, one of the best scorers of all time, but Dirk is already past his prime. We all know he's in his 40s. This is his last season, more than likely, but he's just coming off the bench, a fan favorite. Maybe can hit a couple threes for you, but he's just not a veteran leader that can help you win on a nightly basis like Goran Dragic is. Now Goran Dragic is 32 years old. He's at the end of his contract, so after this year he will be a free agent and he'll be looking for his probably last NBA contract. And a big chemistry factor I see helping out the Mavericks is they make this trade. Goran Dragic and Luka Doncic are both born and raised in Slovenia. That is a country in Europe where they are both born from, so that is a huge chemistry boost in my opinion if you make this trade if you're the Mavericks. And I'm sure Dragic has known about Luka Doncic for a while now since he's from Europe. Doncic has been a European superstar since he was 16, a teen prodigy who's lived up to the hype. I can't even lie, I didn't expect for him to be this good. I had my doubts, but they have all changed. Luka Doncic has been amazing since joining the NBA day one. He's taken over and he just looks like he'll be an all-star, maybe even MVP type of caliber player. That's where his ceiling is. Now I don't think he can be much better than he is now just because of his lack of athleticism, but I think he'll be a great player. But this video is not about Luka, it's about how Goran Dragic and Dennis Smith Jr. should be traded. Now moving over to the Miami Heat side, they need young, talented, young, fresh players to rebuild the roster. And I think Dennis Smith Jr. fits in that system perfectly. A young, hard-working player out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Dennis Smith Jr. this season averaging 12 points a game, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. On a down year, obviously, like I said, I think there's chemistry issues between him and Doncic. They just don't match up well. I thought it could work out, but it just doesn't look like it is going to. We all seen that clip where Dennis Smith Jr. missed the game winner in that face on Luka. I don't know if he was mad at Dennis Smith, but he just looked disappointed, and at that moment things can always shift, and if things aren't working out in the locker room in the NBA, it's not going to work out in the court. You always need to have great team chemistry to win. All great championship teams have great team chemistry and great relationships in the locker room. So if there's an iffy problem between Luka and Dennis Smith Jr., you know the Mavs are always going to side with Luka because he's obviously the more talented player. And I think this trade could be a straight up 1-for-1 trade. Dennis Smith Jr. for Goran Dragic. Miami gets a young, talented point guard with a lot of potential, elite athleticism, only 21 years old, and you know the Heat are really good at developing players. The Mavs get a veteran player with all-star experience, with playoff experience. They could help not only develop Luka Doncic but other players around him and just help win tough games on this long NBA season, especially in the West where every single game is a tough battle. with conference opponents. The Mavs currently in the 14th seed in the West with an 18-22 record, while the Heat have a 19-20 record that are in the 6th seed in the East. So you see a big difference. One game, the Mavs are in the 14th seed in the West, and one win more, the Heat are in the 6th seed in the East. So I think it helps both teams. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Should the Mavericks trade Dennis Smith Jr. or should they hold on to him and just let Luka Doncic be the man? Let me know in the comments below. It's Julian from Hoop Journey, and I'm out.